y'all? Welcome back. So we're picking up here episode 13 of the walkthrough. First thing we're going to do is go over here, talk to Hyetta, and give her her last Shabriri grape, sending her to the next location to where we're going to give her the actual fingerprint grape.
Hello, would you donate to them on
It's going to be Bellum Highway Church. So give her this.
Set aside, elect, what a sight.
Now I want to say this instance is actually a little bit different. So tell her they're human eyes. And what she's going to do, it's not like she just talks and then you're good. You have to wait for her to like throw up. You have to rest. There she goes. Come talk to her again. Then you gotta go rest. Reset the world state. Go talk to her again. Then she'll move off. But not until you do that. So, just a heads up.
I've gleaned the reason why it was eyes I had to eat. The distant light is far, so faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
Alright, that's the dialogue you want from her. Yet I thought we'd be able to make it all the way up to the top of 2 episodes. Because I was just looking at my notes and most of it's like open world stuff. But what I forgot was we have to do the study hall. And you gotta like chase this mage around and stuff like that. But regardless, we'll pretty much be wrapped up with like 80% of it. Like the beginning of next episode, we'll just finish it off before we move down to the lake. I will say, as far as regions go, the Earnia probably has more episodes than any other region in the entirety of the game. Good God, guys. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Crazy too. It's usually a bunch of little wolves and like one alpha. This is nothing but alphas. Don't know why that is, but it gives you a lot of crafting materials to make like bows and stuff, so that's nice at least, you know. Alrighty. So and that's just overlook. There's nothing there. So over here is your Tibia Mariner. You kill him, and then you kind of drop down some stones on the side of the cliff and go to Jarberg. Jarberg's nothing but we're going down there to get a bunch of like cracked pots and ritual pots, crafting ingredients, and some consumable runes. So it's just a spot we can go do like a little loop and get a bunch of stuff. So we're about to do that, but before we do, I want to get the side of grace. So, you know, after we go down there, we will actually be able to just fast travel back up here and not worry about it. So we did speak briefly about, you know, mid-game knight, high-level knight, you can kill, and he's going to give you a prayer book. This is him right here. So he can be pretty hard. If you're struggling with it, just wait, you know, go behind him, sneak up, get a backstab to start with, and then take it from there. But that's the one thing where that will one-shot you if you didn't get the 40 vigor like I told you. See guard counters ain't too bad. We got our blood loss, then we'll just, you know, finish them off real quick. Get your prayer book. I thought you started to drop some armor or something too, SOB. Alright. Got that. We're going to go on over here, take out the Tibia Mariner. Holy works really good here. Sacred Blade works really good here. That's mostly what he's going to be weak to. As you see, Beast Eye Quivers. And that's the Beast Eye that Garant gave us. So anytime you see Beast Eye Quivers, that means Deathroot is around. His quest revolves around Deathroot. So you want to make sure you go find that Deathroot. Especially if you're doing a Faith build. He has a badass Faith Holy Hammer he gives you. That's fucking nasty. Not until Mountaintops of the Giants, you have to give him so many. But he also gives you a lot of incantations for melee builds that don't need much faith, you know? So it is worth doing it. And at the end, he gives us the Ancient Dragon's final upgrade mat for your basic weapons. Really rare items, very powerful items. You just want to, this quest takes, you know, most of the game to get done, but you do want to do it. It's worthwhile. Back up. Even though that's his hardest hitting attack, it's my favorite attack from him. About time he gets staggered, bastard. Alright, now most of these guys will die. Not all. There's going to be a couple stragglers, but... Deathroot, Skeletal Bandit Ashes. Now he's better than the Skeletal Militiaman Ashes, but you only get one. So Ashes all together, the other ones are probably better because you get 3 guys. But if you were to compare one of him to one of them, he's, you know, a stronger guy, you know. So it could be a better choice. You know, he gets knocked down and put himself back together, so it's not going to hurt, you know. Now, going from here. We're about to go down to Jarburg. This is another quest I never quite figured out. I started it, so, you know, we normally kill the little jars when we see them. If you kill the jars after the update, now, you used to be able to kill the jars here, but, you know, now since they updated it, if you kill the jars and come back to do the Jarburg quest, you won't be able to. So, they did fix that. It was like 1.1 or so, I forgot which update it was, but yeah. So, if you want to do the quest, do not do that. I think it leads to like a talisman or item that increases the damage of throwing pot items. I don't know. I never completed it. I'm just going by, you know, what I've heard people talk about. Because I heard people online talking about how, you know, the update changed things. But as soon as you drop down and you get that side of grace, you want to go down here to our gravestones, get all of our consumable runes that we can. You know, we've been using them, so let's get them back on up there. And we're actually about to get to the NPC I told you that never leaves and is the only person you should turn prayer books and scrolls into, because the other people leave or die or whatever happens, then you'll be screwed from buying those spells and incantations. But we're going to get on up to him. Now, he has one buff incantation that isn't the best, but he does have a like really good spell I want. It does cost 10,000 runes and it's worth every penny. So if you guys are doing a mage build like myself, just keep in mind. So, it's going to be like this one. So you guys remember carrying Slicer, obviously. So, it's kind of like a sword that comes out of your staff, right? You swing it with every tap. Well, this is going to be like a really big great sword that just does one like slash like that, but it's a huge great sword. It could like be a good AoE clear. You do need like 24 intelligence or something crazy like that. That being said, it's phenomenal early on. Like, it's just a really good spell. It's one I would definitely keep on for a while. Now, you can get so much crafting stuff here if you just look around. There's shit everywhere, and it all respawns too. So if you do a lot of crafting, guys, this is probably the best spot in the game because it's kind of got like a little bit of everything here, you know? So I did want to mention that. Now I'm going to show you how I like to go through and navigate this place to get all the items without having to go zigzag the whole time, you know? So what I do is I just stick to the right. Don't kill the jars, trust me on this. I'm going to try my best to complete this quest. But yeah, you kind of just stick to the right and get everything over here. There's actually 2 items in here, so don't miss one of them. This one's a pot. Pots are better than crafting. Shit, in my opinion. Well, by the time I hit Caria Manor, we'll have at least 10 pots. So it's going to be nice to get some damage off in, you know. But then you just kind of circle around and you get everything on this side. There's also an item on top of the roof and on top of the jar over here that we gotta make sure to pick up. So, get all your crafting stuff, like I said, this shit adds up. If you want to spend an hour down here and just keep respawning and grabbing crafting shit, you'd never have to hunt for nothing again. Usually, that's how I get up here. You just use L3, hop off for it. You know what I mean? The ritual pot. Then, what you want to do is kind of head up back towards the side of Grace. Spin around the top, grab this stuff. Go talk to Jarbane or whatever his name is, Jarbarn.
Cuz I didn't think anyone.
He thanks for the new potentate.
Gosh,
It's not easy. I know. It's just a little
But our hands are too rough. He's gonna look at our hands. Hey, you can't take care of us. Your hands are rough as
your
hell.
skin, you need slick. I'm sorry, what a shame.
So we're supposed to find someone else to be
Don't look so- we
potentate,
can
and that's
search
the
a
part
comeback
I
and
wasn't able to figure out. Like, who is it? You know what I mean? So I wasn't able to send anyone else here to complete the quest. Like I said, I heard people talk about how they did it, and they said they got something that like does something with pots. I want to say it's like a talisman that increases the damage of throwing pots, so I'm not 100% certain. And you gotta remember, I'm doing a walkthrough for you guys. I can't go look up guides. That's cheap, and you know I'm not gonna do that. So if I missed some little details like that, please forgive me, guys. But I'm not gonna just be cheap and go watch someone else's walkthrough or look up other guides to try to figure things out. You know, I want to do my best of just being pure with our walkthrough and not generic. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to figure this out in my own time, do the best I can for you guys. So if there's tiny little things we miss like that, they're insignificant to what we're trying to accomplish, please forgive me. I mean, hell, if you want to get in the comments, you figure things out and you want to tell me so I could help more people, or you could help more people, please do so. I'm not going to be offended. Of course, I don't know everything. I just know most of it. So all help is appreciative. If we miss something, let us know. You know, it's going to help everybody in the long run, guys. Now from there, we got everything done. From here down, like, we're good with all that shit. Now we do need to do the study hall, but there's another route that leads to it. So, as you see behind the artist shack, you grab the smithing stones and you drop down here. Now what you want to do, you want to come over here and kill this guy on the left. He's going to drop a spell. Now it is a sorcery, Briars is saying, make some thorns come up from the ground that create blood loss, but you actually need faith. I think it's like 15 faith or so. 24 faith, holy shit. But it's a spell. It's really weird. I hate how they do that. Oh, intelligence build. Here's this cool ass spell. You're gonna love it. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, but you're gonna need a stat that doesn't go with the build at all. That's more for like hybrid builds. I did tell you guys earlier when we were in Stormville that there's a few spells in the game that are meant for like hybrid faith intelligence. You know what I mean? That just happens to be one of them. Yes, that's very annoying. Alright. Flame Cleanse Me, one of the best incantations in the game. Doesn't do damage. What it does is it cleanses you of poison or rot. So it's a utility spell, but it's just so useful because there's poison and rot all throughout the game, guys. You know what I mean? So, you know, keep that in mind. It's extremely important. On my faith build, I don't take it off. That's staying, you know, the whole game. Because I don't have to worry about crafting boluses. Anytime, you know, there's poison or rot or I get inflicted with either, bam, use that and I'm good. There's even incantations that cure death blight, but you won't find that until the underground. But yeah, there's just a lot of really good, really useful stuff in this game. Now we're a little off for a level, but since we picked up all those runes, I might just go and grab one because this thing we're about to do is really annoying. We need 8,000. I think we grabbed that many though. That's 2, 4, 6. I'd have to use so many of them. Ones come so easily. Like, we just find those in skulls. Everybody and their mom drops them. And I am, you know, probably going to pop most of these when I get them this playthrough because it's like my strength is so low. Even though I'm not doing a strength build, it's only at 11. And, you know, some weapons, a lot of weapons are still going to want us to have like 16 strength to use these dex weapons and stuff. So I do want to, you know, mention that. But, I mean, we're doing pretty good. We're almost at, because technically you can keep 20 for the whole game. With intelligence, you're going to have to keep some flask with you. But 40 here, 20 here, at least till, you know, a while, like mid-game. About a third of the way through will be good. Then I just got to get this up to at least 20. And then I can start, you know, getting into these stats. But probably at least put, you know, 4 points into here before we move on. That way I know I'm, you know, like just reach requirements. And then, or if we just work these way up, I could just take a couple points out here and, you know, put it in there. But yeah, so that's the way I'm doing my build, and I suggest you do yours. It's 40, 40 in health, at least 20 in mind, even for melee builds. You have your spirit summons, you have your actions of war. So 20, or 40, 20, 20. Because with your talisman, temporarily, you'll be at 25. Now, when we get close to level 100 and that talisman needs to come off, I would definitely get this up to 25 at least, 25 or 30. But it'll buy us time if we just do, 40, 20, 20. Then we can go to damage for quite some time before we have to go back to our base stats mid-game. That way, as soon as we get this shit knocked out, it's just all damage, baby. All spell requirements and stuff like that. Really important stuff. But we got to get these base stats, we got to get them taken care of. So from here, we're going to go on down. First, we want to go to the, let's go to the left and get this knocked out. Hold on, my kid just woke up and think he wants out of the room. Okay, what we're doing is going to the left. And we'll ignore him for now. We want to go behind this place. Now back here is going to be a couple room bears. You don't have to worry about killing them, guys. There's like a stone sword key hidden way back here. There's this magic ball. You guys remember last time I got like 50 runes? This time it's like 100. It's not even really worth our time. But I don't want him shooting this magic shit at us. Run, 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 run. You'd actually be surprised the damage that shit does. I guess since he is magic, he's got a lot of magic resistance. Alright, so now you just go behind here on the right side. You'll see a chair, your stone sword key. You wouldn't believe how many times I missed it. I just never thought to run behind this building. I mean, I never thought of it. I mean, why would I? It looks like it's a dead end back here. We got Mr. Room Bear. I wonder if jump attacks will stagger this guy too. Yeah, but it just takes so many. Better just do your charge attacks. Your charge heavy, I feel like. Wait, do we miss him? That's blood loss. You definitely gotta get more stamina for this build though, all these swings of the sword. Sucky. Room bears are so hard. No, I'm just kidding. They are hard to learn them. But what I learned is enemies like that, they can be a pain in the ass. It's all about just dodging and waiting for your window. That's it. Just learn when to. That's the thing about this game. If you suck at this game, learn when to dodge and learn when to hit. I know it sounds stupid. It's not like no one thinks of it, but like when you actually really, really do that and commit to that, this game becomes much easier. I know it sounds stupid. It sounds like I'm being a smart ass, but I'm just telling you guys things that help me. As stupid, as simple as it sounds to me, I realized I wasn't really doing it. You know what I mean? I thought I was, but I wasn't paying attention. I was dodging too early or too late because I wasn't watching the enemy close enough and reading what I should be doing. So it's kind of hard to explain. It's just, it's not like other games where enemies always attack, right away. You just dodge right away and you're good. This, you want to watch their shoulders, watch their elbows, watch their legs, and watch when that attack's coming. I mean, hell, Margaret holds the sword in the air for 20 minutes before he swings it. You know what I'm saying? But once you learn that, this game will be the hardest game you ever played. Not the easiest, but pretty damn easy. So, we want to take this elevator down so we'd be able to come here later on to clear this place. And we could clear it now. It's not, it's not like difficult or anything. But now you see a side of grace on a whole different map, because this is a shadow. We don't have the map for it, but if you click R3, it's above ground, R3 below ground. So there are multiple underground areas, and we're going to, be visiting all of them and handling all of them. After Liurnia, we'll do 2. Then after we beat Radon, we're gonna do like 4 or 5. Then that'll be wrapped up. But yeah, there's multiple underground areas on top of all, the top portion of the world. It's a lot of content. If you want a platinum, if you want some of the best weapons in the game. In fact, the best intelligence melee weapon in the game is in the underground. And if you don't unlock Ronnie's secret ending, you never get it. And it's a game changer. It throws out huge arcs of frostbite magic projectiles. It's a great sword. It's a Darkmoon great sword if you look it up. And some people said they didn't think it was that good. But I swear to God, it's like got one of the highest ARs in the game. Like, it's up there. On my Dex Intelligence build, it was doing like 850. So, and you gotta remember, when the frostbite's procced, it adds another 20% damage. So yeah, it's just phenomenal. But from Eastern Tableland, you guys see what we did. You got the fork. That's the underground. This is Caria Study Hall. So this is more for mage builds. I think everyone should do it. So there's this mage in here, and he's going to run from you the whole time you fight him. The whole time. In the Caria Study Hall. And you have to fight him on like 2 different levels. First floor, we'll run around, we get his health down to a certain point, he just vanishes. He summons up a bunch of astral projection soldiers, and then he vanishes. So you gotta run around, chase him around, which you guys know I'm not a fan of. You probably heard me lose my mind a few times fighting enemies that do that shit. But taking him out gets you magic downpour, which is like opens a portal above your head and it just rains out magic projectiles at enemies if they're close, so it's nice. But we have to come here later and we flip this place upside down. That's fun. And then we have to deal with him again, and the next time we kill him, he drops a spell too. Now I was just going to wait and kill him the second time, but when I went through and took notes, I realized it's not the same spell he dropped. He's actually dropping 2 different spells, so we do need to actually do this before and after, you know what I mean? I will say it is worth your time. So as you see, we came in, went right, grabbed that item, but it is very much worth your time to actually kill all these astral projections. You don't need to. You can just run from him, and it's probably wise to ignore all of them. When you kill him, they're still here, though. But the reason I say it's worth to kill them, because they're all worth over 200 runes apiece, like 223. Yeah, so that is the biggest threat. It does a lot of damage. Wait, where's my backstab? Can we not backstab him? Like I said, as soon as you do so much damage, he's just gonna disappear on you. That's magic downpour he's doing right now. That's what you'll get. But yeah, guys, 223 runes apiece. You'll probably be able to leave here with the level. If you're like me and you're ahead of 2,000. Now we're already up to 20,000 a level, unfortunately. I mean, that's good, but it's just, levels are gonna start slowing down a bit. Until we get to a higher level area where enemies are worth more. But if you have a weapon with blood loss like Bloodhound's Fang, and you have it upgraded, yeah, there's a lot of damage. And you actually have it upgraded, it would be nice, because if you get blood loss proc on him, and you're getting high base damage, you might be able to kill him before he goes upstairs. New staff, that's the other Carrying Glintstone staff. Remember, the last time we got it said there's 2 of them. So if you want to read about it, given to sorcerers, where does it say that at? Staff embedded with the blue glintstone, one of 2 types of carrying staff. Given to sorcerers that they might enact the role of knight. Enhances carrying sword sorcery. So that's the one that's for like glint blade. Or what the fuck is it? Carrying slicer. I mean, it's a much better looking staff than we have. And you do need 24 intelligence, but as you see, sorcery skill in 60, but because we don't meet the requirement, it'd actually be higher. Sorcery scaling 123 and then 150. But remember, these 2 can be upgraded. So you might not even have to take that up to 15, 16, 17 for it scales better than this one. Even though this says S, look at the scaling. It's only, what, 27 points behind with 0 upgrades, and it could go all the way up to plus 25. So I do believe these would be better choices. And for me, I'm probably going to have to use something like this, because I'm not going to hit 60 intelligence for the good staffs, because this is more of a dex build than an int build, you know what I mean? So this is the very annoying part. The chase this guy in circles, and sometimes the game listens, and he'll just keep, like, vanishing and hopping, and he never stops. Like, even when you get close. Yeah, I know it sucks. Even when you get close, you know, he's actually supposed to stop every now and then. I've done this run where you never end up stopping, and you just can't never get to it. He's supposed to do this a little bit, but he's not supposed to do it for like 10 minutes. How he eventually stops, that's how it's supposed to go. So just so y'all know. So if he's not stopping, if he keeps just vanishing every time you get to him for like 10 minutes, that's a malfunction. It's not supposed to happen. I thought that one time and I was raging. I'm like, why the fuck would they design it this way? This is just horseshit. And then I just end up dying and I spawned back in and he didn't do it anymore. Then I kind of realized it was a glitch, you know? Change some stuff up here. I'm thinking about just putting the staff here instead. That way I don't have to switch to too much stuff. Alright, now we got him down. We got magical downpour. What we want to do is we're going to go up the ladder. We're going to walk on these rafters and get a talisman. And this talisman is going to make it to where your mana flask actually give you more mana upon using them. But it's pointless, guys, because one mana flask with all your tiers could actually fill up your mana all the way up to, I think, 38 mine. So there's no need for it. I mean, I'm almost at 20 mana. One flask kills it all the way. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't worry about it. Now, going through here and fighting these rats, if you stay locked on and they go off the edge, you might go with them. You know, or if you're trying to walk around, depending on what you're locked on. Just know it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. And it can get you killed. Just be careful with it. I can't. That's the thing with these swords, man. I'm not used to not being able to block. That one's already dead. Now, I don't think there's nothing on this first one. I swore there used to be a rune here, but it's not. I'm wrong. I'm wrong sometimes too, guys. It's normal shit. We go around, take this up, we get our talisman. Maybe it's the higher part. And you notice this guy's body, usually they're like laying flat in their bellies, but he's like hanging from the bottom. That's because, like I said, we're going to flip this place upside down. And that's going to actually be an elevator that's above our head. And this leads us to like a crazy talisman and something to do for our story. This is actually the Tower of Liurnia. Kind of like the Limgrave Tower where you activate a Great Rune. The Great Rune we get from Liurnia doesn't need to be activated, but it still has a tower you can go up to, and that's where you would activate it, but instead we find a very important NPC's body that they themselves disposed of because they wanted to be a spectral form. Someone was trying to control them, they didn't want to deal with it, so they got rid of their body, and now they live in a puppet. Crazy shit, I know. That's Elden Ring for you. So we're going to go back over to Eastern Tableland side of Grace. We get on up to the NPC I've been telling you guys about for 10 hours now. It's going to be very, very useful to everybody. We can also go ahead and get our mine up to 20, and now we are officially done with the mine, at least for a while. Start working on endurance, and maybe, you know, put some points in our strength. Then after that, we just stay in our damage stats for quite a while, at least, you know. Oh yeah, we don't want to take this route. So if you take this route, it ends up leading you, like, downhill here. And then it leads you to a catacomb. But what we're going to do is we're going to stick to this way. Then we can clear everything up here. There's a bunch of items. There's shields. There's talisman. Like, yeah, there's one talisman. There's one shield. Sites of Graces. But anyways, doing this upper portion, we can go over here, do all this, and then after we fight this boss, we could drop down and then hit the catacomb anyways. But if you take the path on the right, you're just going to end up missing it. So, figure I'd mention that. You guys aren't missing like a bunch of really good stuff. I'm about to get up to that spell I really want that does cost 10,000 runes. I'm really thinking about farming it up, but I'll just wait till I get the runes. Because I'm not even using spells that much anyways, and I'd rather be getting stuff done on the episodes. So when you see these guys, they seem really intimidating. I'm going to let him play out for a second to see what he does. So you see he's got this cart, spit fire at you, it spins around like crazy. There's no way to hurt it, you know, like you can try swinging at it, it takes no damage. But as you see me, there's a little guy in the back, so obviously you kill him. But believe it or not, it is easier said than done. He's got more health than you'd think. He looks just like this little guy. If I just sat there and backstab him with a weapon that does almost 350 damage, and, you know, we got nothing, you know. I mean, we didn't get nothing. We didn't kill him outright, though, you know. So he's got much more health than you'd think. Take these guys out, get your drops from them. I'm going up. So this is going to be the Church of Vows. We will not be getting a sacred tear here. This is the place where you can have your sins absolved. So if you smack an NPC and they won't let you do their quest, you bring Celestial Dew up here and have your sins forgiven, and then you can take, you know, continue on with the quest if you didn't kill the NPC. I mean, you can't fix you killing people. That's what, you know, don't be doing that shit, y'all. Now you guys see I just waited on the guard counter? A lot of people think you have to do it immediately. Remember, enemies have chain attacks. If you hit it too early, you end up getting caught by something else. If you do have a second, no, not that time. If you do have a second, you know, exactly. See how long that was? You don't have to do it immediately. It's really nice to wait, just to, you know, be sure that, they're done with their attack and you don't get smacked with whatever comes next. You know what I mean? So it's going up here, grab the side of grace. Let you guys go meet Muriel. Now, Muriel's Turtle Pope. If you hit this guy, you're an idiot. Everybody loves him. And everyone's going to be pissed at you in the community if you lay a fucking finger on his precious little head. So don't do it. Now he's a cool dude. Like I said, you can turn in scrolls and prayer books, and he's never going to leave. Everyone else is going to leave. So with him, you'll always have access to spells. Anyone else, you might get fucked. You can go ahead and pick this up, won't leave it for a while. So it's the golden tailoring tool set, so we'll eventually give that to Bach, and he'll be able to alter like god armor, demigod armor. But we don't have any of that yet. But still, I mean, it's here, so why not grab it? Who's going to remember to do this later? I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
I welcome. I am my Apollo. Do you know how it came to be? Well,
I don't know.
Shatter. It is here by the matron, and so the earth tree of the capital. Oh, was that you are free to? I would say if you find anything, unless in which case I.
Study sorcery. So here's the man, the myth, the legend right here. 24 intelligence. I'm only 1 point away. It's very good. Very good spell. Perform sweeping / using magical greatsword, like I said. And it's a good AoE clear. It's also just good to hit out every now and then on a boss. Phenomenal spell. In fact, even though we didn't get this from a scroll, this is hands down the best spell we have right now. You know, only 24 in it, so highly worth it. Magic Glint Blade, I think that comes with the prisoner class. Most people already have it, or they, you know, found it somewhere. It's not that great. But honestly, I want to try to get all the spells in the game anyway, so I'm going to go grab it. Incantations, all he has is Blessing's Boon. Grants blessing to self and nearby allies. So I think like gradually restores HP or something. Gradually restoring HP, but it's more for like PvP or if you're summoning people to help you in your game. But you know, you can come here, give prayer books to them. So that's the one we got from that NPC by the Artist Shack. So now, Faith builds. Electrify ornament, enchants right hand ornament with lightning damage. Hone bolt, strikes foe with lightning bolt from above. And lightning spear, hurls lightning spear before casters. That's a range. That one's pretty badass. And you can just keep hitting it and it'll go bam, 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 come down. I heard people say they don't like it. I don't think they know how to use it because when I used it, it was awesome. You know, it's the same thing he did. You know, you summon lightning and it hits the person you're fighting. But people don't realize, because some things you can charge up and some things you can't. Now, you cannot charge this up. However, summons a bolt of lightning to strike foes from above. This incantation can be cast repeatedly. So if you use it like that, it's completely devastating. It really is. And so's Lightning Strike, the one we already picked up, is even better.
However, Radigan taking the mist.
We're just going to clear his dialogue out, guys. That's all we're doing here. Ask about Renala, not Rolana. Alright, so we've cleared all his stuff up. Now, I guess we'll go ahead and rest. And you know, sometimes a bell-bearing hunter spawns here at night. Let's see if we can trigger him to get this over and done with. It might be a little bit tough right now, but bell-bearing hunters are he's the same boss as Elmer of the Briar in Altus Plateau. We just haven't got to it yet. But if you come here at night sometimes, and Turtle Pope is gone, bell-bearing hunter comes. And when you beat these guys, you get bell bearings. And it's not going to be for like smithing stones or anything. It's for more of like consumable items or even crafting items. But instead of, you know, farming them up in the world and going hunting them down, you can just buy them and it makes them much easier. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing them spawn. Sometimes you gotta run in the place or leave to where it actually says on the screen what, you know, where you've entered. So like if we run away, and it's gotta be the right time of night too. Yeah, it's like too early. Sometimes you do this and you run up again, it says Church of Vows, then he'll actually get triggered. Yeah, so there's this Church of Vows. We don't have to do this right now. I was just going to do it because we're right here. This guy might be challenging to newer players at this moment. These guys, they can be tough. I'm going to be completely honest with you. They're the hardest thing you probably fought at this point. Still not here. Let's try a little bit later. As far as walkthrough perspective goes, this is like one of the things I kind of forget to do sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, to be completely honest, bell-bearing hunters, no, he ain't gonna trigger. It might be later in the game too. It's okay. We'll get to it. Alright, now from here, we're just going to go on out to follow this path around to the left. Like I said, you can go that way and take the lower path, go to the catacomb, but you're missing out some important stuff here, guys. Really important stuff. So now you're about to meet a new enemy. These guys are in the underground. It's the reason why I waited to go into the underground, because there's so many down there. They have these huge combo chains that hit very hard. They're really annoying, to be honest. But what's even worse is some of them have bows and arrows. Now the regular bows they fire aren't so bad, but they also have those arrows, magic arrows. I'm not saying they're like tracking arrows or you know, homing arrows, but they feel like it because they like never miss. Seriously, look at this, 3 for 3. They barely miss. Like, you gotta make them miss. They don't miss on their own, that's for sure. And it's just a lot to deal with. And this part really sucks because of it. I mean, look at this. And we used to have like fucking 6 of them try to fight, and he's eating our heals up. We got these guys. Let's see if we can... It takes so much mana to kill him. God, you're annoying as fuck, bro, for real. Try to stay behind the pillars if you can, the columns. Try to think what we have to hit him with. Oh shit, I knew there was another one of you fuckers. Remember I said this one, there on the item menu, it said that it takes, you know, the other one's a swift comet shard, it comes out faster. You see that, it comes out pretty quick. You know, it's not bad. Did you see 1 mana flask kills us the whole way? So there's no need to use that talisman. The Crimson Seed Talisman, or Cerulean Seed, whatever it's called. I know we picked it up right here. cerulean seed talisman. Boost FP restoration. Yeah, so there's no need for it. One plus is, you know, healing us. Ugh. They're crafting stuff before we move on. I'm telling y'all, they're fucking annoying. I didn't lie. They're so fucking annoying, it's ridiculous. Come on, just do the best you can. Like I said, the regular arrows aren't bad. That's regular shit, you know what I mean? Get done. About to do. So yes, highly, out of all the places in the area, this is probably hands down the most annoying fucking place there is. Do excuse my language, guys. Half the time I don't realize I cuss so much, you know. It just, I don't know. Work construction most of my life. Food industry the other half, so got a filthy mouth and I don't realize it half the time. So I do apologize. Do not do that intentionally. Alright, now, since we got that, I want to show you guys something really quick. So if you're really struggling with that place, you go here to the right. I'm actually going to jump down and go all the way back there so I can show you guys how to do this. But I want to get over here first to grab this. You won't be able to grab this. So, this is where we came in. If you guys remember, there's like this guy sitting down. We took them out, then we went up through this alley. Then we did a U-turn, and we got up there, right? So if it's such a pain in the ass you don't feel like dealing with it, I should have showed this, but that's just the right way to do it. The side of Grace is over there. But you can come down here enough. And it's kind of weird to navigate it. You know, that's what I'm showing you, not telling you. You would have to come all the way over here. Turn around and go uphill. It's easy enough after traveling this far to kind of get lost and not, like, you know, it's hard to explain because you go down a certain amount, and I think I went too far. But I do know you can go this way and get up, like, the back way. Just don't remember how I did it. Yeah, there it is. So that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to, instead of going straight that loop and over that tower, you'd have to go to the right, go all the way down here, kind of do a U-turn, go uphill. Then you can work your way back over here. That's where we got the frenzied warming stone. And then you have to go over this. Oh, I don't think you can. No, you should be able to. I've done this before. You can't go. You have to go this way. Just keep going straight, staying to the left. How did I do it? Then get up here. No, that ain't how I did it. That's what I said. That's why I wasn't showing this way. It's really... I swore I got back up this way. I guess you can't. Okay, that's my fault. I really thought you could. So what happens is you have that ledge I dropped from, but I don't think you're able to actually get it. Like, get back up from here is the problem. Like, this is the ledge we dropped down from. Right? Yeah, I dropped down from this ledge to get there. Okay, so you would, well, you might have to just, yeah, just deal with the guys. You know, I really truly thought you can get back up this way, guys. I'm sorry. Usually you can do stuff like that by kind of just moving left and right on the trigger, though. It's really weird. You know? Okay, I thought you could. That's my fault. It's probably because there's another statue right up there that looks just like it. So, you know, I thought it was the same one, and I was wrong. Alright, any users, so don't do that. I tried to find you guys another route. Yeah, isn't this it? Why was I... No, because we dropped down, and we couldn't get back up. Yeah, you're not going to jump that high. So you just wouldn't be able to get back up. Okay. My bad, girl. I was trying to, you know, help. That's all. So you do have to go that way. Alright, but anyway, as soon as you leave the side of Grace, you can go over here. Now, this is the jumping mausoleum I talked about before. Check for items. I know it's on the left. I didn't know if anything was over here, and there's not. So I told you that some of these mausoleums will shoot magic or jump at you. This is one. So whenever you get here and you see these statues, just go to the left. We'll be able to go up here and get the spiral horn shield, which is going to raise all resistances. So later we have to go through like the Lake of Rot. It's going to raise your resistance to rot, making the bar bigger, so it's going to take longer to fill up before you get poisoned, or before you get rotted, before you get frostbitten. So, you know, that helps. It really, really helps. And we can just stay on the left. Well, I guess you don't have to. You're about to actually go across to the right. I figure we just finish up the path. Alright, guys. See, you guys are the reason people use axes before. You don't know what to do with it. Alright, get your Trina's Lily. We'll drop down there, but first we want to go straight across to the other side. Yeah, we're going to have one more episode, that's for sure. I just had 2 or 3. I thought we could do it in like 2.5, but we still got a few catacombs. We got 1 catacomb, camp, nighttime boss fight, smaller camp, frenzied tower, frenzied village. You know, it looks like we're so close, but all in all, we have to get the Grand Lift of Dectus, Side of Grace. There's a scarab over there we need to get. There's a camp over here with a weapon. Nighttime boss here on the bridge. And then we have to do the Church of Inhibition. Before we get there, there's like a village of frenzied people, frenzied flame people. Then up top, there's like another scarab. There's gravestones right here we need to get. And there's all these madness plants. Then you have the actual madness tower itself to clear, and that's the whole thing. So we got all that to do. We say it ain't even gonna take that long. So if we get done early, we'll jump back here to Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel, clear that, and get our first bell bearing. So that's what we'll do next episode. But we are gonna go ahead and take out this boss, get some loose items around here, and take out the catacomb. Now we have 15 minutes. I believe we can pull it off. Before we do anything else, just go on up from your new Side of Grace, go to the left. So if you don't know how to get to the Church of Inhibition and you're looking it up to either get the Madness Sphere or to do Vari's quest line, and you didn't know how to get there from Bellum Highway, just follow this around to like a complete circle, guys, and you're going to see this little archway built into the rocks drop through here. Grab your talisman. That's going to increase your resistance to blood loss and frostbite. I'm pretty sure I do want to look at that in case I'm wrong. So it raises robustness. Robustness governs resistance to blood loss and frost. Okay. Anyways, so now we've dropped down. Well, I'm bringing up Church of Inhibition because some people, you know, they wanted to try to figure out how to do Vari's quest line, and you need to go to Church of Inhibition to do part of it. And I'm bringing this up to you guys because I was one of them, and I didn't know how to get to the Church of Inhibition. So I used to have to come all the way up this way. Because if you didn't do run around with it, you wouldn't have the Sites of Grace down there, you know? So you used to have to run around all this way, deal with all the bullshit, take those stones, drop down, then get that Side of Grace and go on up to the church. However, we did our early run around, got transport here, got the map, and we took this down pillar. So we ran from EG over here, then we were able to actually cross over here. Now I didn't know this was here for a long time. I didn't even think to look. I was like, oh, there's definitely nothing over there. But we were able to cross here and get these Sites of Grace. So if you didn't do that, the only other way is to work your way all the way up here, use the gravestones, and drop down. So if you don't know, when you don't have these Sites of Grace, guys, I'm throwing you a lifeline right now. This right here, like if you did follow along, don't have all the maps and all that shit, if you just go right up to Academy Gate Town and take this transporter, it's going to throw you up on the shore over here. Actually, right here. And to the left's going to be Side of Grace. I'll put you right in front of the map. And you just run up to Caria Manor, the front of it, and go to the right. Down here is Hoarfrost Stomp Ash of War, which is a phenomenal Ash of War we've used for most of this playthrough so far. And then you can cross this pillar and get Bellum Church. So it just makes things easier. But, so we got that. And we did grab the H relief by the Room Bear. So we're all good here. I wanted to show people that because, like I said, I know people have had that problem before. Because I had that problem before. Alright, now this is actually a different mausoleum. But if you notice, the bell is missing. So if the bell's missing, it's no good for us. So, because there's like different ones, and if you want to duplicate a remembrance from a demigod boss, you gotta use the mausoleum with the bell on it. Just take these guys out. We don't want them involved in our Erdtree fight. We've only fought one Erdtree avatar up to this point, but they're all the same. Caelid and the Halid tree, very late game, they eventually will start doing rot buildup. So when they do their big butt slams, or they stomp their feet, rot will come out, and it kind of chases you down, and that could be a problem. But early on, they're all the same, and they're really easy to beat. It took me a while to get comfortable fighting them until I realized the method to beat these guys is wait for them to swing, dodge, charge, attack. Wears them down, stuns them, you get a critical, and it's really easy that way. And I would highly suggest a summon here. Because we have all these guys, and then we're at the Erdtree avatar itself, right? Now, if you don't take these guys out, honestly, the Erdtree avatar will probably just take them out for you. But it is, you know, worth a mention. Say we got most of them. Oh, we got a drop. Alright, and here we go. And this guy drops some really awesome tiers for your blast. It's like they're all tiers that start getting into doing damage now. Like magic damage, lightning damage, holy damage. Roll right into it. See, that 40 vigor once again saved my life. So I try to tell you guys. Because I'm dual wielding, I'm kind of changing up my tactics. That's the one thing that would fucking kill you. Get it without dodging and doing charge hits. You guys have no trouble. But since I'm doing more of like that dual wield build, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let me just stick with it. So these are excellent. So far on our flask, guys, like this is for health. Steadily restores. So that's to give you half health. Steadily restores health. Boost stamina. Boost strength. That can get you scaling, but it's just boosting your stats. Boosting your stats. Boosting your stats, but these are actually damage. So temporary boost magic attacks, boost lightning attacks, boost holy attacks, boost charge attacks, and that's for protection. So these are really your first like damage for your like elemental type stuff. So it's just really nice because we have a magic weapon, and I put another magic affinity on the other one. So if we were to go in a boss fight and I pop that, we'd be getting a lot more damage on two different weapons, especially dual wielding, which is phenomenal. You know, and you got one for holy, then you got one for lightning. When we get to Caelid, we'll get one to boost fire damage. You know what I mean? So it'll be great for faith builds. Like you put the flame shrouding crack tier, the fire one, and with your faith one, and get really nice damage. So this guy causes death light buildup. You want to be careful with him. But honestly, if he hits you enough, in general, you're gonna die. God, I hate looking at enemies like that. It's like, just fight, bro. Alright, I guess I'll fucking put on my shield. Oh, shit. He does have a chance to drop that great shield. It's actually a really, really good great shield, to be completely honest with you. Really good great shield. Because it gives you resistance to death. So if you fight enemies that do death buildup like himself, you can wear that, and while you're blocking a bunch of death blight isn't going to get through on you. You know, so it could be really nice for that. Use tie quivers. Unfortunately, we will not have the time to finish up this episode. Very unfortunate. As bad as I would love to fit this in, but you know, give us enough stuff to fill up next episode. So we'll have the catacomb. For the catacomb, we're kind of like done here, and we'll jump over here. So yeah, we'll do the catacomb here, and we're gonna jump to east right of the Caria gate. Knight's Cavalry fight here. Just some loose enemies. Then we'll do a camp, get a side of grace, a scarab. Then we're just gonna go uphill. All we gotta do is a church, get some gravestones, a tower, and a village. Now all of this stuff right here only takes like 15-20 minutes. So once we do all that stuff, we should, yeah, like 10-15 minutes. But we should have enough time to also fit in the regular Caria Crystal Tunnel, essentially having this whole part, you know, this whole coast of Liurnia done, besides that one tower we have to wait for a certain emote in the helm to get into. Like I said, so one more episode we'll have this, and then, you know, we're going to do the bottom, then we're going to do the west coast, then we'll hit Caria Manor, do the top half of the water, then we're in the Legacy Dungeon. So it's going to be a few episodes. All in all, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with all that, 5 episodes before our Legacy Dungeon, 2 in our Legacy Dungeon. So that's 7. Yeah, so yeah, 7 more episodes when we'll be done with the Liurnias. It's really nice, you know what I mean? About 20 hours, knocked out 2 regions. But by the time we leave the Liurnia, we'll be able to do, you know, this underground region, then we'll go into Caelid and do the rest of our underground regions before we head up. But best believe me, by the time we get these 3 regions done in our underground, before we even hit Altus, which isn't even halfway through the game, we're going to be over level 100. It's going to be crazy. Like, we're already at level 61. So we're just going to be in a really, really, really good spot at that time. But either way, I'm going to rest up here. Y'all, please subscribe for more Elden Ring walkthrough, and check out my Shadow Tree walkthrough that's currently, or you know, going on at the same time as this. We're posting daily videos of both. Now, I do have the original Elden Ring walkthrough posted, but I'm going to leave it up there. But like I said, mistakes were made, I had interferences, and I had a save that was ruined. So, you know, I'm doing this, but I'm going to leave that up there until this is finished. This is the newer one, this is the better one, as far as like note-taking and, you know, dogs not barking in the background as much, hopefully, and my save's getting ruined. But when I have this done, that will be deleted. But for now, I'm going to leave that up there for you guys so you still have the help you need. But just want to kind of let you know what's going on with me and my channel. But yeah, y'all, do appreciate the support. Please subscribe, and we will be back here shortly to continue our trip through the Liurnia.